You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
Go follow the Experience on TikTok at @the_EXP1 or scan the QR code on the screen. Our TikTok is like everywhere else we are, except you only have to deal with us for a minute. Seems like a win-win to me.
Hey, happy Wednesday, new comic book day. What's going on, Alec?
What's going on, man? I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm all right, I guess. So, Tom McDonald joined DXP. So, if he's watching, shout out to Tom McDonald. Thanks for joining, buddy. And then we got CJ, Preston, Hugh, John Spilios. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, bud?
I don't know. Ed Weird, we haven't made it up yet. But though, interestingly enough, let's talk about the weather for a second. I got an email from Kyle. I don't know. Kyle, JD's pushing the buttons, but Kyle sometimes listens in to all the shows. He sent me a picture today, and I think it was the Gargoyle comic he picked up during the show. And, man, they are getting hammered. He took a picture, and the package, we put it in plastic, and then we put it in a Ridgie with a piece of cardboard, and then we put that into another Ridgie, and then we ship it out, right? So, we realize rain can get it, but 20 minutes in the mailbag, that package was almost all the way soaked through. So,
damn.
Snow. They've got a winter weather advisor. I was just reading news today, so they're going to get hammered. I got to say, have you seen any snow yet where you're at? You're a little further west than us.
Yeah. Well, we got snow.
We have had none. Knock on.
Wow. Yeah,
knock on wood. New York City has got none. That's actually quite weird. It's very, very strange. It's been raining like since this afternoon, but hey, Kenneth Bird, what's going on? It's been raining since this afternoon. It's a little unpleasant and cold, but I mean, what is it? It's like 46 or something degrees. I mean, it's almost the end of January. I really can't complain, dude. I walk outside, it's got the sweatshirt on during the day. It's a little colder now, but it's just crazy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I like snow. I really miss getting snow. So to move back really last year and barely get any, and now this year we didn't really get any.
I'll be honest with you, Ed Weird. Oh my God, I forget which part of the country you're in, Ed Weird. 5 inches and 2 to 4 more tonight. The rest of the country is getting hammered. I gotta be honest with you, Alec. At my age, I'm not a fan of snow. If it snows on the weekend, I don't have to go anywhere. Okay, I'm all right. I gotta look out and go, oh yeah, that's pretty. If I've got to be somewhere, if it's during a work week, Michigan. I do not want to have to shovel my driveway, man. There's a reason they call it the Widowmaker, bro. I do not want to be doing this. It's just, when my daughter was little, it was fun, but now it's just, I'm sorry, it's a huge pain. JD, yeah, that's right. JD's in the California area, and you guys have been getting hammered. I've read the good news is that it looks like it's at least alleviating some of the drought conditions in California, but obviously you can't, you're not going to fix years and years of drought issues. Although you're getting pretty close, man. That's a lot of rain you guys got hammered with. Marcus, yeah, shoveling snow is a job for his son. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just, when my daughter was really little, I think it was in the we had a huge snowstorm as a weekend, and we were just buried. That was kind of fun, but now it's just like, 2 to 4 inches, just a pain in the butt, and everybody drives like a moron, and it's not worth the effort. Sorry, Alec. That's why you're still a young man, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but all right, you know what? Make your yeah. Yeah, I'll call him in Virginia.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you got that long lost kid.
Yeah, when he calls me next time for money, I'll say, "Hey, yo, can you come up and show him my driveway too?"
Yeah, when did you say you were visiting again, son?
Yeah, a lot of snow here for you to show him, my friend. All right, let's get the best offer books out of the way. All right, so we're doing a little something different tonight. We were gonna have Ken Haeser. So John Spilios, I know you're waiting for. Yeah. So this is what happened. So unfortunately, Ken's wife took ill, so we postponed it till next week. I think it's going to be next Wednesday, but waiting for Nick and we're Rubenstein. What's up, man? I'm waiting for Ken and Nick to confirm that it's next Wednesday. But yeah, so John Spilios, I know you were waiting on, what was it, Dracula and I can't remember now. Was it Punisher? I think it might have been. So that is actually going to be, I know it's Ed Weird. I know it's weird, right? The end is really near. So that we will have next week for you. But I do believe, JD, do you have pictures?
I apologize. I was trying to download the picture Kyle sent me of his Gargoyle comic that I wanted to show everybody, but I didn't. I missed what you were saying.
Yeah. So, John, Ken did send a couple of images to Nick, and I think Nick forwarded to you. But JD, just when you get to it, buddy, yeah, show that first picture you're looking for first. But yeah, man, they're getting hammered.
Yeah, we actually got not a lot of snow, but the roads are cleared now. But it's been raining, so it's all slush at this point anyway.
Yeah. I didn't think you guys were going to get too much. I'm big about following the news. The weather.
It's stuck right away. The roads recovered fast, but then it turned into
rain. They said west of us. There it is.
Oh my God. That's
pretty bad. For real. And Kyle's email said 20 minutes. Literally, it was in the bag for 20 minutes. Look at the rest of his mail. It's all crap now. It's all a soggy mess, man. That's crazy. I'm thinking maybe we need to put tape all the way around the ridges now as well.
Man, speaking of ridiculous, this is not dealing with the snow and the rain right now, but I ordered a package from Amazon, and it was a hardcover book. The description said it was in good condition. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be perfect, especially from a random Amazon seller, but it all had good reviews. Oh my God, this book was destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. And it was good shipping too. There's a page that's completely ripped. There's these deep scratch marks on the outside of the book. The binding's broken, destroyed. I uploaded pictures and all this stuff.
Jay Nunya, what's up? So you don't think it was destroyed in transit, or?
Oh no, the box is fine, and it was wrapped actually pretty decent. And when I messaged the seller, they were like, "Oh yeah, that happens sometimes." I was like, "No, you shipped this book as is," and I uploaded more pictures, and they were just once again, "Yeah, sometimes that happens in the shipping process. We can give you 15%." And I was like, "No, you're getting this book back. That's the thing." Yeah.
Oh man,
Marcus. I wish I had it next to me. I'm telling you, this was this book was destroyed.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah, you can tell. I mean, it's inevitable. You have packages that are destroyed no matter what. But you can always tell. Immediately you pick up the package, you can tell, that the outside damage,
box was fine. Even the inside, it had some bubble wrap. They actually tried to ship this book, but oh my goodness. I don't know how they misinterpreted good to destroyed.
So Stevie B, you guys were supposed to get a little bit of snow on Long Island, and because of it, a 40-minute return trip from the airport took almost 2.5 hours. Stevie B, on a partly cloudy day, okay? I know where you're at, my brother. I don't care. The Long Island Expressway, the LIE to BQE, dude, it can just be partly cloudy, and that thing can just seize up. It's just too many cars, not enough road. But yeah, so So I'm glad that the book wasn't damaged. So Kyle said that it was in good shape.
That's good.
So that's good. So now we got to keep that in mind. The weather has really become our enemy. Original art is also, you got to be real careful. So we definitely try to waterproof the heck out of that, no matter what we can do. Where Rubenstein says my X-Men omnibus from Amazon new was unwrapped and spined. Ooh. So I kept it, but I don't get omnis from there anymore. It's clearly there's some sort of problem. I don't know if they're using a third party or.
I tend to not buy anything from Amazon at this point. It's like, or at least like omnibus and book-wise, I just feel like it's always bad. It's like I got what was it? The whole reason I ordered that from a random seller is because the first one we got was from Amazon. Same thing, unwrapped, had a couple deep scratches on it, but that one was from Amazon itself. Returned it, got my money back. This was the only available copy from a random seller. Oh my God. And I've bought an Omnis before from them too, that they just showed up in a box. No bubble wrap, no nothing. Had to return them. So I've learned my lesson from Amazon.
Hey, Ron, what's up? Well, I'll say this much. I mean, and not to toot our own horn, but, over Dynamite Dynamic, you've got it down to a science. They really do. So I applaud our guys in the back for how they package and ship stuff. Because we realize a lot of our customers are collectors. So
that's the thing. Yeah.
How it gets there makes a difference, and you got to be. Ron, I think JD, was that the picture from Ken Haeser? Yes. Okay.
Nice.
Got it. There should be another one as well, right?
That one's fucking sweet. Freaking sweet.
Yeah.
I kind of caught myself. It's cool.
It's weird. I ordered pasta sauce from Target. They put it in a box, no bubble wrap, foam, nothing, just shrink wrap. You could smell it from the outer box. The inner box was soaked and red with shattered glass and shrink wrap. Really? And the lesson there: living where we live at weird. We have a very heavy. Ron, don't know yet. That will be here next week with Ken Haeser when he's on the air with us. We were hoping to have him here tonight, but his wife got sick, so we postponed for a week. So we don't even have that book in hand. Ken actually just sent us pictures of it. Well, Edward, I got to tell you, in our neck of the woods here, okay, the Italian cuisine is very high bar. Okay, there are tons of places you can go. Okay, yeah. And I would say that's why you don't order pasta sauce from Target. They may have done you a favor, my friend.
The Dracula is 70.
Okay, hold on
real quick. The Dracula is 72.19.
72.19.
And the Punisher 74.19. Obviously, those two are John's, but if Ronald wants either of them as well, we can talk to Ken.
All right, so there you go. So we may be able to get Ken to do another one if necessary. Yes, CJ, yes, they are, Ron. All right, so let's do this. Let's get best offers out there, and then we'll do one of the CCAs for Ron. Yeah, John, I think maybe there was a miscommunication. All right. Okay, so here we go. All right, so best offer books tonight, we have two. Venom number 35, Ryan Stegman Virgin variant. And as John likes to say, I took a look in the wild. I found somebody who was selling it for $99.25. It's going to be our best offer book starting at $35.
Nice.
Hey, Lyle, what's going on, buddy? All right, and then we have Detective Comics number 1027, J. Scott Campbell variant, signed in silver by John Romita Jr.
Hey, I just wanted to double check on that last Venom one. I don't know if you said it or not, but that's a 1 in 100.
Yes, it is a one. I did not say that. Thank you, buddy. A 1 in 100 incentive ratio. 1 in 100 ratio incentive. Thank you for mentioning that, brother.
Yeah, I just had to double check. I knew it was a big one.
All right, so suggested retail is $69.99, and it's a best offer book starting at $27. So, JD, if you flash it up again real quick, the Venom number 35, as Alec astutely pointed out, it is a 1 in 100 variant. that explains why this guy's selling for $99.25, which I thought was kind of an odd price. But so there we go. CJ, that's right. AR on the ball. You got that right. Unlike certain other people. So John who? No, I'm kidding. John couldn't make it tonight. He's still dealing with some health things. All right, you got it, Preston.
He's not feeling too good again?
Like nothing serious, but he had to get checked out. So he couldn't make it here tonight because he had an appointment, I think, up in around the Princeton area or whatever. I got you, John. I got you. JD, there was never a John. It was a figment of your imagination. Oh, my Lord. All right. So let's see. Now, what did Ron ask about?
The Star Wars.
Ron asked, was it Star Wars? Oh, yeah. It was a Star Wars one, right?
Yes.
All right. So tonight, is that right? All right. Let me go back and look.
I think it's the Vader one.
Was it the Vader one? Yeah.
Should be.
Okay.
Nice.
You're playing. There's only one, unless I'm getting it wrong. There's only one Star Wars CCA, buddy.
Yeah, the Star Wars CCA is an homage to the other Star Wars book that you have.
That's correct. All right. So Ron, just so you know, this is the CCA. All right, and we have it for $77.19.
I don't even need to go through it. He's already claimed it.
I know. No, but you think there's two. There's only one. The other one, because I thought it was kind of neat, just to make it.
Yeah. Just drawing one quick.
All right. Rex is going to draw one real quick. This is not a CCA, John. I just want to make sure you know. This is the Star Wars #1 facsimile copy signed by cover artist Chaikin. So that's I thought it was just cool to have that particular comic along with the actual facsimile copy of the Howard Chaikin, signed by Chaikin. So it's signed in silver. Can't see the rack. I know. This one is a 5-star $50 book, and we have it for $69.99. Hold on, let me see if I can spread things out a little bit. All right, so yeah, this one is not. This one is a signed book, but I thought it'd be neat to have both since we had the homage cover sketch as well.
Well, here, Ronald, maybe this will change your mind real quick. If you ask Howard Chaikin what he thought of his Star Wars #1 interior work, you know what he'll say? Keep in mind, Star Wars comic came out 3 months before the movie.
That's right. I remember that story.
So
you got it, Ron. I got you down, buddy.
Howard has always said, if I knew the movie was going to be this popular, I would have done a better job.
Well, that's why the original comic had a lot of things that didn't match up with the movie because the movie hadn't come out yet.
So, Ronald, keep in mind, if you get this, you get the real first appearance of Star Wars because this was before the movie. Now, this is a facsimile edition, but it is by the great Howard Chaikin. Ronald, also, John is passing on those two commission cover art of Tomb of Dracula and Punisher because he wants them a little bit different. So those are available if you want them.
All right. So Ron's just.
Oh, you know what? The experience is right. I didn't even think of that. Ron won't even open the book, so he won't even see how terrible of a job Howard
Marcus
did.
has a question for you.
I didn't see anybody donating $1,000 to Fat Jack's, Marcus. Still wait. Listen, you guys paid Anthony $1,000 to wear diapers at San Diego Comic-Con.
Dude, diapers, come on. Okay, I don't feel like your red pants are the same level as the
diapers. No, but what I'm saying is if they're willing to pay that for Anthony's profit, what do we have the 2 Star Wars at?
All right. So the signed Chaikin one is 5-star at $50, and the Vader down is $77.19.
Make it an even $120 because that's a really good price on the Star Wars #1. It should be bad in my price. Look what Marcus wrote. My red pants should be best offer starting at $1. Listen, you guys gave Anthony $1,000 in his pocket to wear diapers at San Diego Comic-Con, and he wore shorts under the diapers. He cheated and still got $1,000. I'm asking for a donation.
So Ron's going to take the Dracula.
You got it, Ronald.
You got it, Ron.
So I'm asking everybody to donate.
Dude, he had to wear a diaper in front of people.
Yeah, you think?
I think the shorts were minor.
He wore shorts underneath.
I think that's a minor thing. He still had to physically.
And look at what Lyle says. If it's a Canadian dollar, I'm only getting 71 cents anyway.
That's true. That's true. So,
John, there's nothing to be sorry about, buddy.
Don't worry about it, buddy. It's all good.
So put the Tomb Dracula down for Ronald, so that when he comes
Ron's
in.
already got it. So I already got him down.
So
all right. So you got it, Ron. All right, Ron, you got it, buddy. Let's see. So that's
Amy's got something for you too, Ronald. She'll be in a few minutes.
In a few minutes. Once you get someone.
Probably after the break.
All right. So here we go. So all right, you got it, buddy.
Ronald, seriously, that's a really great claim. I love this book. And you got 19 out of 125, so one of the first 20.
Nice.
So, Lyle, what's it like up there in the Arctic Circle, my friend? We're here.
Oh my God, man, it's got to be crazy up there right now.
All right, I'm gonna pencil you in, John. I know we're sitting here whining about mid 40s, and this guy's it's like negative 40.
Well, the funny thing is the other night when I did the comic art live, I asked Lyle what the temperature was, and he wrote 46. I was like, "Oh, that's better than us."
No,
We're
at
like
minus 46.
Yes, he corrected that.
Ron, it is $72.19 on the Dracula CCA, and John Spilios, the Punisher is $74.19.
No, he's talking about this Punisher.
Oh, this one?
The Storm.
And where John, because of everything that's been going on, he had COVID and then he had pneumonia. He had a doctor.
He's just getting a checkup. He's just getting a checkup.
I think his doctor's actually in Princeton, which is about an hour 20 from us.
Yeah.
Especially in this crappy weather. It's, oh my Lord.
Tonight is negative 53.
That's like a whole 100 degrees colder than it is here.
It is. Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit? That's the only other question.
Who cares? When you get to those kind of numbers, it really just doesn't matter anymore.
That's like unreal to me. That's crazy.
Dude, that's like you step outside and you could die in 10 minutes if you don't have if you're not dressed warm. I mean, literally.
It's weird. He's okay, and it's just a checkup because you know what? It's better for him to get checked up than not to.
Yeah, obviously. And it's having
Celsius.
And then, like I said, that's meaningless to me. Fahrenheit, Celsius. Okay,
that's like
it's
a 30.
Meaningless.
That's like a 30-degree swing.
It's just cold as crap. That's what it is. So with COVID and then pneumonia, like literally, it was about a week and a half apart.
If I put a sticky on it, that means John 100%. This is the one you want, right? I'm putting a sticky. That means it's claimed.
No, John was talking about the Ken Haeser Punisher on the Spider-Man.
Got it. Okay, so not this one. How do you guys ship the Dynamite comics up there? Carefully, Marcus. Very carefully.
We don't. It breaks. It literally snaps.
Yeah, they snap.
Could you imagine if we shipped the metal covers up that way?
In red boxes.
Oh my gosh. And Marcus, in all honesty, Lyle has a different location that he has the stuff shipped to.
Dog sled.
So I imagine that I remember seeing the address. It's like where civilization is in Canada, not up in the Arctic Circle.
And I don't remember, but what is this job again that he does?
The oil.
I was gonna say pipeline something. I thought.
Yeah, it's something to deal with the oil business. I believe. Lyle, correct us if we're wrong. We're a bunch of old men. We probably. I know I have. I drank too much throughout my years. So, but I do remember it had something to do with the oil business and the oil fields and something like that, which would make sense. I mean, there's that's where you tend to go for that kind of work.
Even for that type of work, you're obviously covered in like every bit of warm clothes that you possibly could have, but just what happens like if you need your hands, like your gloves are obviously big, you take that off for like a second where your finger's gonna freeze immediately, like negative
about an hour and a half from you, dude. I don't know. So Lyle, if you're watching, inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, like this is one of those like most interesting jobs that I've ever heard. Like I don't
should have a show. okay, on the Experience. We should have Lyle do a show on the Experience, dude. It'll blow the channel up. Okay, life in the Arctic Circle. You kidding me?
That's super interesting. Like I would definitely.
Yeah, it is. No,
watch that.
All joking aside, Lyle, we're not even kidding, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, Hugh, John. Yeah, don't pee out. Don't pee outside. Yeah, good one. Hugh, John. You know, he had the COVID, and then a week and a half later, he had a pneumonia. So he's getting a checkup, and I think his doctor's in Central Jersey, about an hour and a half ride from here. So he wasn't able to make it time. So he's good though. He's good. Not sick again. Not on vacation. Yeah.
He's making sure he's good so he can go on vacation again. That's what.
Yeah, I know. You got to gear up for that, right? So that's really funny. But yeah, right. I mean, I'd watch that show for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
It's one of those things. You never hear of people that you would never meet someone that actually has that type of job.
I feel like we had a viewer a while ago when we first started who also was in the oil industry, but I felt like he was like in the Middle East. Okay. So he had the opposite problem. It was like 900 degrees Fahrenheit every single day, you know, and he was melting. I can't remember that person's name now. Shoot. I
mean, when I was in the military, I've got friends that work up in Alaska, and I've got friends that when they went overseas to work on the jets, they said the temperatures would reach, I think they said like over 110 on a regular daily basis. It's like, oh my God, I wouldn't dream of that.
Yeah, it makes me feel a little bit bad about complaining about our weather here. Ron, tell John to take 2 cans of Spam and call us in the morning. And weird, you think all that lard and bacon grease would kill any bug. Oh my God, you guys are cracking me up. All right, so too bad. John, you may get on your phone, tune in. All right, we got to take our first break. So we're gonna take our break, and we'll be back in a couple minutes.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the Experience is all the time.
You just finished the last episode of your favorite news show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show on The Experience. Comic culture and sales.
What if Hans Gruber from Die Hard had to battle the Joker from Batman the Animated Series in a dance battle? Or who would win in a race between Baby from Baby Driver and Snidely Whiplash? If Austin Powers and Shrek found themselves in a hot dog eating contest, who would emerge victorious? These are the questions we talk about on Nerd Killer Warfare. Debate the most absurd questions you've ever heard in popular culture. Register now by scanning the QR code or visiting bit.ly/EXP casting.
right, and we're back. Hey, cool gamer, what's going on, buddy? Oh, okay. I guess we had a little problem with the commercial. Easy Go Lucky, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say it skipped out on I think 1 or 2 on my end.
Are you having problems with yours?
Hey, real quick. I don't know if anybody realized, but this commission cover art is in homage to John Romita Jr.'s Punisher War Journal #1 cover.
Why don't you move it down since the Star Wars already sold? No, I meant on the rack. All right, and you know what? Let's throw that up, JD. When you get a second, there's Storm #1 signed with Punisher cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza, and we have the one available for $74.19.
Nice.
Wow.
All right.
You know what? That was before I ate. I actually had salmon tacos tonight.
That sounds delicious.
They're great.
That's a meat product, right?
I got protein.
Only Catholics think fish is not a meat.
It's protein. That's all that matters.
All right. So got you, John. You got it, buddy. All right. So yeah, are you having problems with your channel? It seems like YouTube's glitching on it. Or is it StreamYard? I think Kyle said last show was like StreamYard or something.
I mean, so far so good on my end. I don't think there's any issues. It's just the commercials last week, maybe the week before, and now tonight. There's been a couple issues with them popping up.
Well, I hear you. So what's been going on your week, bud?
Not too much, to be honest. It's been a pretty easy week so far. Just working on stuff.
You got over that illness, right, last week?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I still had some pretty rough allergies throughout the rest of the week, but nothing too bad.
Oh, that's right. It was the whole cat incident.
Yeah.
There's like a commercial on TV now where a guy takes his girlfriend over and the parents have nothing but cats all over the place. And it's probably some sort of allergy med commercial. It's hilarious.
Man, I don't know what it is. Cats are just brutal to me. They really are.
And your parents love them.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Are we doing this now or not?
No, we can't find the David Nakayama. We're gonna have to do a printout.
All right. So technical difficulties here. Operator difficulty. All right. So hey, John Spilios, thank you, buddy. Darkwing Duck was fire. Well, I personally did not draw or write any of it. But thank you for saying so, my friend.
Darkwing Duck was solid. To me, it really seemed like the creators of it kept the like the TV show fans in mind for it.
Right. Very cool. Actually, all right. So here's the surprise.
My obligated appearance.
Your obligated appearance. Your legally obligated appearance. Actually, they brought it up before you guys finished it. So good segue. You might need to stand up.
What's going on?
Oh, right. I should. Because I'm all the way over here. They can't see. The camera's all the way over there.
That's right.
Darkwing Duck was. Thanks, John Spilios. Yes. I was telling Nick when they came in, I read it real quick. And yeah, Darkwing Duck is now in stores.
Yeah, it's definitely a really fun read.
Yeah, the cover we're missing now is the David Nakayama cover because we're pretty sure somebody took it. We won't say who to be nice.
John.
But this is the miracle. But we're doing sets tonight. There's 11 books for 44. But we're gonna make sure. But real quick, this is the Mirka and Dolfo cover. Lyrics Lee. That's a good one. Trish Forstner. Really good. I wish I could memorize everybody, but sometimes I gotta double check. This is Jacob Edgar's cover. Oh, this is a good one. I want to say this one's. If the other one's Ken. Oh, this one's Cat Staggs. Look how cool that one is.
All right, so that's a set of 11 books, right?
This is the Ken Haeser one.
Nice.
And then the blanks, an orange one, a purple, a complete blank one, the white one, and the midnight blue. So
you got it, Ron. So a set of 11 for 44. So I got you down, buddy.
Yes, we'll make sure David Nakayama's in there, but
we're
really excited about this set. So we had this.
Sets that we have more than one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we have more than one. We do have multiples, as these just came in our door as well. So set of 11 Darkwing Duck books, variant covers from all the big name artists. And Amanda, who was on?
Amanda Diebert.
Amanda Diebert was on Miss Jen's show, and it was a great interview, actually. She's in the second half, just so you know. And so we do have more than one set of these. All 11 books, all 11 covers for $44. All right. So Ron took a set. We definitely have multiple. So if anybody's interested, we definitely have them. All right, since you're in here, we might as well discuss it now.
Oh, okay.
So the new DC rumor, or the new DC drama, if you will.
Here we go.
Have I heard this?
It's now they're attacking James Gunn because his wife, who's in Peacemaker, what's the character's name?
I know who you're talking about. I know her face.
Right, the blonde, right?
Yes.
Right. So she shows up apparently in the Shazam credits in a cameo.
Okay.
So now people are of course accusing James Gunn that he's nepotism. You're putting your own wife in there. That I have to say,
wasn't that movie shot a while ago? Like,
there seems to be a kind of, there's that hardcore Snyderverse, okay, fans that seem to be so anti-gun that it's like anything. Jennifer Holland, that's it. Thank you.
The actress.
Wait, I guess the thing is who cares though? What's the big deal?
Well, you know what she does. We did see her in the second Suicide Squad, right? We did see her in Peacemaker, obviously. So in a sense, she may be the linchpin that links these different universes together. And what's the difference? You're right, John Spoilers. I forgot she was in Black Adam too. What's the difference? I just think that right now. And this is a challenge I think James Gunn has that Kevin Feige did not, is he's got this pushback. There is definitely a small hardcore Snyderverse fan group, okay, that just, they're so angry about it. And they're angry about Cavill. They just...
they should have given him better movies.
But still, like, are they mad that she's in it? Is it because, like, it's his wife she's in it? Like, I don't know. Like Edward said... Rob Zombie's entire family is in like every single one of his movies that he's ever done.
So many directors and actors people do that. People work with the same people all the time, whether it's family members or just good friends. Like they do that all the time.
Do they not realize that's exactly how life works? It's all about who you know at this point.
I think they're just so part of it is James Gunn, obviously, as he's trying to twist things around, right? Trying to start fresh. So there's going to be some animosity about that. But I think that DC has also shot themselves in the foot in that they've created this already just pent up, call it what you will, that these people are just ready to
DC and Warner Brothers in general. I don't know. Their judgments on a lot of things, or who they keep, who they decide not to keep. You're just like,
yeah, I think
they're a total mess.
Ron, I would think so. I don't know that for a fact. And once Nick reads that, he'll probably jump in and talk about it.
What do you mean Warner Brothers is a total mess? I think they're getting back on track. I think they are absolutely getting back on track. I'm serious. What? Why are you laughing?
Maybe that fish taco thing was bad. I don't know. Ron has a question though.
Yeah, they will be available soon.
There you go, Ron. I figured, but I didn't want to say because I didn't actually
I'm sorry. The most famous sibling in all of his brother's movies. Who is the most famous sibling or infamous? Who has been in his brother's movies for 40 years?
40 years?
Yeah. His last name is the same as the last name of Moe in the Three Stooges. Ron Howard, his brother Clint. Howard has been. Actually. Are you serious?
I didn't. I couldn't pick. I tell you, I probably couldn't pick out Clint Howard.
Oh my God!
If you saw Clint Howard, you would know it.
I was gonna say Frank Stallone.
I'm telling you, Clint Howard. Now, what was Clint Howard's most famous role without his brother?
I have no idea.
Yeah, they weren't kidding.
Austin Powers, when they talk about the big boy, the big boys in space.
I have no idea what he looks like. None at all. So I
Oh,
look it up.
I had to look it up. I'm telling you, he's definitely that actor. That
Oh my
if you look
God!
him
I know
up-
exactly what this is.
He's in a million movies.
That's literally
JD,
what I
did you
said
grow
too.
up, dude? I didn't realize that was Ron Howard's brother.
Yes.
That's right.
I don't even know
Was
who
he the
Ron Howard
baby?
is.
That's right. He was the baby on Star Trek.
Yes.
I never made that connection. Yeah, the big ship and that turned out to be a little ship.
Yes. And
Yes, weird baby. That's right, Will Rubenstein.
yes. And
Holy
again, if you
crap.
watch Austin Powers, when they talk about Bob's Big Boy,
I remember
that's
exactly.
like one of the few non-Ron Howard movies that Clint Howard's in.
Well,
but
he was
he's-
a Star Trek episode.
Right. Well, we don't know whether or not Ron was there as a kid or set designer or something. He might have
Man.
been there.
Man, you want to talk about it? Their parents were really showbiz parents, man. You kidding me? Pushing their kids into that? That's
Well, I
crazy.
mean, again, no, he has been in many movies without his brother, Mr. Easy Go Lucky. I'm kidding. Although I love Austin Powers the best, though. But I think DC, like anything else, when
They're starting to get on the right track.
I
I
think
want them
so.
to. I want
think
them
so.
to.
I
so.
absolutely think so. Think about this. You know, before Blade, I mean, come on. You had the blind Daredevil with the Hulk and the weird Thor in the Marvel movies and all that other stuff.
I don't disagree. I mean, I'm a big fan of this decision about Gunn and Safran, but I think that the problem is that he's kind of spitting in the
He looks
wind.
like Cha-Cha from the Land of the Lost. Oh my God. And weird, not everybody's as old as you and I.
So I think he's got an uphill battle because you have this established, almost hardcore Snyderverse. I mean, these guys are talking
You
about
do. Look, and I like
and they're pushing back.
And I like
that's-
the
that's
Snyder
hard.
movies. I like them. I
But-
thought they
but-
were
but
all
they're so
enjoyable. I'm one
hard.
of the few people who said Batman Superman was pretty good.
But I mean, these people are so hardcore. They're actually proposing that an idea that's never going to happen, but that let's sell the Snyderverse to Netflix. Okay, there's so many reasons why that won't happen, but
It can happen.
what's that?
It can happen.
Well, anything can happen, but there's no reason. There's no win for anybody involved. But that's how crazy. I'm going to say it. They're pushing.
Let's call it impassioned.
You can call it impassioned all you want. Oh, look at that. That's awesome.
No, but find the one where he's in Austin Powers. Find the picture in Austin Powers. I got to tell you, Ron Howard, one of the nicest guys we've ever worked with. When we did the Grinch Who Stole Christmas trading cards, every actor signed the cards. Jim Carrey's the only person who wouldn't sign any cards for the series. Ron Howard said, "I'll sign them." Then he had us ship them to him in Connecticut. He signed them over Labor Day weekend and shipped them right back right away.
Hey, Thomas, I think it's on your end, buddy, because where your picture's not showing up on StreamYard. So I think it's something that's on your end. Oh, wait a minute. No.
You're right, John Spilius. People need to chill.
I think it's just Facebook. There might be an issue with that.
Connection to Facebook somehow. Hey, JD, you seeing this, buddy?
I think we lost JD. No, I'm only kidding.
No, I'm here. What am I supposed to be seeing?
I think something is interrupting our connection with Facebook.
If you look at Thomas Bishop and Ed Weird, we're not on this end.
And they
seeing
apparently
their
can't see us.
And they can't see us.
Hey, Ed Weird, can you see us, buddy?
Can you hear us? Move your hands if you can.
Yeah, right.
I'm looking at Facebook and it looks fine. It's like 5-6 seconds behind us, but I'm not seeing any dropouts.
Thomas is asking if we lost video.
Okay, so Ed Weird sees us fine. Hey, ME Comics, what's going on,
Comics, what's up? By the way, got a big Friday this week. Amy is going to make me cry. We're selling Crisis on Infinite Earths. I'm not even taking the third vote. I already lost Monday twice.
Is it here? Why don't you show it?
Go ahead, Amy. I'm still in denial.
The ones
in
colored pages are nice. All right.
Back.
So that is so funny. Clint Howard, look at that. Of course I know.
So anyway, so
everybody knows who he is. He's been in so many things.
I mean, look at Michael Douglas again. I mean, there is history that Hollywood.
Again, I don't think people are reacting that way because it's his wife. I think they're reacting that way
because they just don't want it to work.
Well, they don't want to give up the Snyderverse. And the problem, is clearly that did not work.
I'm not going to hold them if I'm selling them.
There it is.
There it is. See, that Austin Powers was perfect. No, the big boy's been around for a long time.
So yeah, that's awesome. I feel like I kind of heard this information before, but just forgot it. All right, Thomas Bishop, cool, buddy. All right, so you're back on board. Maybe just a momentary glitch, but all right, go ahead, Amy. You're on.
Oh yeah, we're selling a couple of these on Friday, so
I cannot believe I got talked into this.
Oh wow.
Hey, Ron, Amy did get your email, buddy. And I believe she responded as well. Okay.
I did, Ron.
I really can't believe I'm putting these color guides up for sale.
Aren't they beautiful?
Yes, they are. Thanks for reminding me. Amy's having fun with this. She's actually having a blast with
Why are
it.
you making me sound out? Why are you making me sound like the worst person ever?
It doesn't make you sound like the worst person. It makes you sound like you really want the fans to get something, and the fact that I cry over it is just a nice side effect.
And there you go.
But we have 2 huge giveaways on Friday.
2 huge giveaways. And wait, don't you have a guest as well?
Mog Park.
There you go.
I thought you were about to say, but wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. So Mog Park will also be a guest on next show. So 7 p.m. Eastern time. There's going to be some great art as well. Obviously, the color guides from what is it, George Perez, and who's the other one?
Say again. Or who does these?
Yeah.
George Perez, Anthony Tollin.
Oh, that's right. Yes, thank you. Okay, CJ Design. You're too funny, man. All right, so oh, yep, thank you, JD. Mogamel's new show tomorrow night on The Experience at 10 Eastern. All right, so let me see. Okay, so we got 10 minutes before the break. All right, so let's get through. Say, oh, well, as always, we have the Dynamite 10-pack reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher. And as thank you to our viewers, as always, we have it at $5, 50 cents a copy.
Yes, Ronald, there is. Every Thursday at 10 now. It's every Thursday at 10. Ronald actually, not only did he watch Mog's show, Mel and Mog's show last week, he bought one of the pieces of art.
Nice.
So every Thursday at 10, Ronald. And tomorrow and Friday will be really cool having them on the air because it'll be bringing Mog to a bigger audience. You know she worked on Game of Thrones?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So
then I've definitely seen her work. All right. Got it. Great.
Yeah. You guys have heard enough of my voice. I'm leaving.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. That's good to know. Thank you, JD. All right. So next up, as Amy's reading Darkwing Duck,
rereading it.
She'll give us a critique later. We can talk about New Comic Book Day after we come back from break. All right, so next up we have Wonder Woman number 750, Adam Hughes variant cover. This is the World War II variant, which when I saw it, I thought it was super neat.
All kidding aside, there is one other thing
and
that
back.
Amy talked me into selling. Check this out. Let me make sure I got the page open right. All right. The Marvel art of Joe Quesada.
Nice.
Amy, do a dramatic reading.
Ta-da!
Original art by Joe Quesada.
Well done, Amy. All right.
Stevie B,
you got it, buddy. I'm going to assume media mail, my friend. Unless if you buy something else, obviously, But if it's all you pick up tonight, buddy, we'll send it media mail and keep the cost of shipping down for you. So yeah, Lyle says, "Hey, look at that! You got kudos from Lyle."
Very kind, thank you.
So all right, so all right, what were we doing now? I don't remember. Oh, Wonder Woman number 750, Adam Hughes, World War II variant cover. Seen it in the wild for $29.99, around $30. And we have one available tonight for $19.41 for obviously Wonder Woman's first appearance. So that is available tonight as well. So yeah, we got a few back issues here, unsigned, just filling anybody's collection. So what do you think of Darkwing Duck? What's your opinion?
Like, It's funny because I've only seen reruns of the cartoon way back in the day when they had Toon Disney. So I might not have seen it in its original run, but I did see again like the rerun. So I like when Nick brings up like, hey, have you heard of this title? Are you familiar with this title? Are you familiar with this title? Like this one I was actually looking forward to because it really is a fun character. And it's funny, and I think it was either yesterday or Monday. I was telling Nick like, and Darkway's got like one of the coolest theme songs ever, and he's like, I've never heard. I'm like, you've never heard it? Have you ever heard the theme song?
I have.
It's good, right?
I've watched it, but I can't remember it. I haven't seen it in so many years. Like I can't really remember it.
I don't think I've watched a show since literally the 90s. It has been a long time for me.
You don't remember the theme song? Like I'd sing it, but no. I don't want to get.
Go ahead and sing it.
Were you a baby?
No, I was born at the beginning of 90. I had a little bit of age on me. Not much.
Yeah,
I had
is that what you call it? Dude, I got shoes older than you. I'm not even playing, dude. I'm serious. Oh, man. JD's going to play it for us.
No, but speaking of news, this is like, I mean,
that's tough. They're both really good.
I was gonna say, DC aside, have you seen all the stuff going on with Justin Roiland from Rick and Morty?
Oh yes.
See?
Yes.
Yeah, that is absurd. That is absolutely crazy. The stuff that he was charged with.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna see this play out, but I mean, that he really was the heart and soul of it. So, if this goes south.
Well, he's already fired. That's the thing.
Oh, I didn't hear that. So that's this is happening.
He got fired this morning.
Oh, I didn't read that.
He's or you can what was that?
They're replacing him too, or
yeah, the basically the message was that we've like ceased partnerships, like he is done with us, but the team is still hard at work for season 7. So they're going to be doing something. I'm sure there's voices out there that can, mimic that decently, but it's I mean, I'm looking at it now. Charged with domestic battery and false imprisonment. That is nuts to me.
It is nuts.
That's felonies. Those are felony charges. And the thing to me is I totally understand, all the correctional, criminal justice jobs that I've had in the past. It's proven, innocent until proven guilty. The fact that he was already dropped means that Adult Swim and some of these other guys already have kind of a jump on the case and they know what they're dealing with. They already said we're done with them, which means that, it's not like the innocent until proven guilty. I think they know that he is guilty, especially because he said that he's done it. He has admitted to it already. But it's
being done.
Well, he was charged. I could have sworn
because if he admitted to doing it, then he has.
I thought he
absolute worst attorney on the face of the earth.
Well, I thought I could be wrong. I thought he admitted to something to get out of something else. I might be mixing somebody up at this point, but that is what he was charged with, the domestic battery and false imprisonment. But it's like I said, it's the fact that the networks already fired him without waiting to see how this trial plays out. Because you could say all you want, like, oh no, it's wrong, it's it's crap, they're lying about it, but no, they obviously know something.
Well, the problem with Rick and Morty is sometimes with something like this, especially being a co-creator, it's going to be very hard to get that monkey off your back and move on, or we're just going to recast it. If you silently moved on, like, this person just didn't want to do it anymore, we're recasting the voice, you can get away with that. This is on a whole kind of different level, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if Rick and Morty's going to survive. Of course they're going to dead. What's that?
It's going to be tough. That's like, for example, like if something happened to Trey Parker, Matt Stone from South Park, if one of them was in this situation, that's like an entire personality gone right there. Granted, they had like a table of people who were always bouncing ideas off of, which I'm sure this is the same way, but a creator's a creator. They're like the heart and soul behind it. It's not going to be the same, in my opinion. I'm a pretty big Rick and Morty fan. So to hear this, I was like, man, that's an absolute shame. And of all days, because you said we were going to eventually segue into New Comic Book Day, they did their brand new ongoing, like a fresh #1 release today. And the whole time I read it, I literally was thinking like, man, this dude, of all days for him to, get fired, the release of the brand new ongoing series. It's a shame, but at the same time, you probably shouldn't do those types of things. Not really swifty of you to false imprisonment someone.
Marcus recast with Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd.
That actually probably would have been cool.
That is too funny. But yeah, I totally forgot about that, man. That's I'm interested to see. Obviously, it's going to be in the news for quite some time to see how this all pans out, But I would kind of agree with you that if they're moving on so quickly after the fact, they've probably got an inside track on information that the general public is not aware of. That would kind of make sense to me. You know what I mean?
I think based on, what's coming out, I would not be surprised if he sees some time behind bars. Just my opinion, but those are some heavy duty charges that are kind of hard to look past.
Yeah, well, I mean, well, I'm sure we'll get blow by blow as it makes its way through the legal process. But oh man, you see, is there any good news today? Did you read any good news today, Amy? With all the rain, it's kind of depressing.
I got nothing. Anybody out there?
We had snow first, so it was nice, and then it got dark and gloomy.
Well, we had no snow, so that's
rain.
all you got, man. That's weak. I'm gonna say it. Okay, JD had a good burrito today. My God, is it really? There's no good news. All right, we got to take our next break. Viewers, cheer us up with some sort of good news that happened during the day, even if it was just the course of your own day. If it don't fit, you gotta quit. All right, stay with us. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Why was Princess Zelda sad after watching a bunch of YouTube videos? She couldn't find a link in the description. We'll stop if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's super easy. Click subscribe and click the bell when you do. And thanks for supporting the EXP.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today. This is The Experience.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hey there, hi there, ho there. You're as welcome as can be.
Hi, I'm Nancy McCann. Welcome to Friday Night Live on The Experience.
Welcome, everybody. It's Fat Jack's Comic Crypt. Brendan, Al, Jason, hanging out.
There I am. Welcome back to Kicking It with Henry, folks. I am your host, Henry Kumpa. It's great to be here with you guys.
So we are going to talk about books that are in stores this week.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mishmash.
Hello, and welcome to the Black Comics Universe, presented by Peep Game Comics.
And you gotta love it that the first people in a minute to skim it are creators.
Up, everybody! Welcome to another Wednesday Warriors. My name is Joey Galvez, and this is my pal Ambrosia.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to Space Cadet.
Hey! What's up? Welcome, everyone, for another episode of I Must Ask You a Question.
Hi, everybody! Welcome to Nerd News Now.
Hey, this is Rex. Welcome to Comic Collectables.
Hey, hello, all you happy people. Welcome to the Dan Wickline Show.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is the crazy show that we do on Thursdays called What's in the Box? What's in the Box?
Comic culture and sales.
my name is Julio Anta. I am the writer of Home from Image Comics. You can pick it up anywhere books are sold. It's a 5-issue series, and you're watching me on The Experience.
Hey, we're back. All right. So, everybody threw up there some good news for the day. Let's see. Marcus goes, it's Darkwing Duck Day. That's a good thing. Preston said he got his package from us. That's a good day.
Sweet.
Marcus goes, Oscar noms are out. I don't care. I remember the Oscars being such a big event. And I can't tell you the last time I watched the Oscars all the way through. I remember years and years ago, before my daughter was born, at work, there was actually an Oscars pool that we participated in. Now, I couldn't even.
I'm back. Sorry, I had to check something.
So Amy had some good news. She has her tickets for Ant-Man and Wasp already.
Yes.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, well, she always does this. This is her thing. If it's a movie she really wants to see, she gets the tickets like a month in advance for opening night, and she goes and watches it. I do not.
I'm excited.
I do not. Oh, Marcus, I like this one. Megan came out on streaming, so I can watch that now.
Which one's that?
What?
What? You know I'm behind the times on this stuff. Let me look it up.
You're the young guy on the show. You're not supposed to be behind anything. You're supposed to be ahead of that. Okay, that's my role. Megan, the one with the robot, the AI doll.
I don't know. I don't think I've heard of this one.
Do you sure you live on this planet?
It's gotten really good reviews, though.
You said you were living in Oklahoma, but I'm beginning to wonder: do you actually live on this planet? Maybe
right,
that's
hold
why
on.
it's always so choppy. You're broadcasting light years away.
Hold on, we're looking it up. We're looking at it. All right,
dude, it's been like huge because of this weird dance that the doll does, right?
One of the reasons, yeah.
I don't think I've actually heard of this one. I'm looking at pictures. I'm looking at the.
That's surprising.
So, what planet are you from, sir?
Yeah, I don't think I've actually heard of this one.
Amazingly like Earthlings. I'd be really interested to talk further.
I'm telling you, I'm behind the times on a lot of things.
Oh my god, dude!
I don't keep up to date with like literally anything. Politics, movies, most movies or TV shows. I just like
just comics.
That's what I do. I just go about my day.
All right, let's throw another couple more books. These are also back issues. We got Action Comics number 1000, Midtown exclusive, Olivier Coipel. Am I pronouncing it right? Variant cover. And I've seen it floating around in the wild for about $14, and we had it for $10. And Nick wanted me to say this 1,000 pennies. Okay. However, if you send Amy 1,000 pennies, she will come and visit you in your house with those 1,000 pennies in a bag. Okay.
And we'll just leave it right there.
Yeah, she's gonna whack you upside the head with it. That's what's gonna happen. All right. So I thought this cover was super cool too.
It's a nice cover. Very, very classic.
Yeah,
Superman.
Kenneth Bird, I agree. You and I should be behind the times, not Alec.
These actually are very positive reviews in this movie.
That's what I was telling you, man. Yeah, even kids like it apparently.
Listen,
it's also a Blumhouse.
I feel like Amy thinks that we're making her sound mean because she already said that to me. So before she hits either of us, stop talking like.
Well,
she's
then you better hope nobody sends in 1,000 pennies. Then it would cost 10,000 pennies to ship 1,000 pennies.
That's
that
I was
is a
about
good
to
point.
say it will cost more than $10 to mail that in.
That's very true. Stevie B. Stevie B wants to know, Alec, if you heard about the Titanic and the little iceberg incident in 1912.
That's funny you say that because I had the movie on VHS when it came in a 2-pack. I heard about it.
Oh my God, he knows what VHS is.
I had cassettes too.
That was not a documentary, right? You know that. Right?
Listen, I'm a big Leonardo DiCaprio fan. That's where it all started.
There you go.
All right. Next up, we've got Amazing Spider-Man number 800, comic exposure exclusive. Gabrielle Delato.
Oh, Canada sees to mint
cover.
pennies?
Yeah, I read that. Yeah.
How does that work?
Perfectly. There's been talk about it in the United States for ages.
Yeah, I know, for like 40 years, but it doesn't make
costs
sense.
more to mint
it costs
a penny.
2 cents to make a penny. I know.
So
probably 2.5 cents now.
Yeah, right. And everybody's kind of moving along. I mean, with Venmo and PayPal, nobody's really dealing cash as much. Rounding. Yeah, there you go, Rupenstein.
Wow.
So VHS along with JFK.
I still have VHSs.
8-track tapes are where it's at. I'm waiting for them to come back, Preston. I'm waiting for the 8-track to come back. It's coming back.
Get them graded.
Oh man. So all right. So this I've seen floating around the wild for about $30. We have the one available tonight for $19.62. So it is a deal. So yeah, JD, I guess the lowest Canadian coin is the nickel. It makes sense. Okay, so Sheldon says that they round to the nearest 5 cents, so that makes sense. I think it would work fine, dude. I hate getting change back in pennies, man. Got a car full of them. I got jars full of them, and I just never make it to the bank to cash them in. And one of the banks got sued. One of the local banks here years ago got sued, and they took all of their coin machines out because they were saying it was miscounting. And now, man, that was such an inconvenience because I used to bank there. I could get it done for free. They wouldn't charge you if you were a bank customer. It's like, dude, I don't care if they're ripping me off by a couple dollars even. I just want to get rid of all this change.
I couldn't even tell you the last time I had cash, like legit, just cash.
Nah, I was watching a morning show. I've been trying to deal more in cash. You tend to spend less. Because you know how much you take out, and then you go and you buy stuff, and then you look in your wallet, and you're like, "What the heck? I got $2 left. What happened to that $100?"
I actually think the opposite.
You don't look until the bills due. What's that?
I actually think it's the opposite for me, because I tend to stay up to date on finances. But if I have cash, I'm like, sweet, this isn't part of my actual money. I can just blow this. That's how I think.
That shows that you're a different generation. For me, it's like I don't check the credit cards because I do not have, believe it or not, I do not have a debit card. I have my card. And these days, you have to special order it from the bank. They can't do it for you at the branch. I wanted just an ATM card. The only thing that will work for is if I stick it in an ATM machine and punch in my 4-digit code.
Nice.
And that's the only way. Because I had a debit card and I got scammed. I got robbed. They pulled money out, and then I did some investigation. So anytime I use a card, I used a frozen bank. Yeah, I know. They want to steal your money, but they can't get it out of the ice. So the problem is you don't have the same protections with a debit card that you do with a credit card. And I'll be honest with you, although some merchants won't take it because of the high fees on their end, I love American Express, to be honest with you, because as a credit card, because they have the best consumer protection. Like, on a merchant side, I've had this happen where somebody went back after like 12 months and charged back, and Amex let them do it. So I'm like, man, that's good, right? But with a debit card, if you don't report it by a certain time and the money's gone, man, they're not going to replace it. So I don't even, I have, believe it or not, I have no cash apps. I don't use Venmo. I don't use, what's the other, there's another one. I was going to buy something.
Zelle.
Zelle. That's it.
Cash app.
Yeah, I was going to buy something. They didn't take, I was going to have my daughter give her the money because she has a Venmo and have her Venmo the money. They didn't take Venmo. They only took Zeal, and she didn't have that. And they said, oh, you just go to the bank and sign up. And I almost went all the way through the process, and then I canceled it. I didn't do it.
I think it's pretty safe. I use Zelle. I don't use Venmo really anymore. I had a lot of issues with my bank connecting to it, and I figured that's probably a sign to not use it anymore. But same thing, I actually use credit cards for the most part, because then I'm able to really
It's
monitor
better,
my
you got
monthly
better
spending.
protection. Yeah, Jay Nunez, you're absolutely right about that. But the trick is you keep paying it off, and that's the other reason I like Amex, because although the card does give you the option to finance, but Amex is generally and has historically been a charge card. So at the end of the month,
Yes.
you're supposed to pay it all back. Now they do have a program now where you can finance it if you want, but then that defeats the purpose, right?
That's literally what I do. Is I put everything on the credit card, I monitor what I spend, and then at the end of the month I pay it all off. I tend to not use the debit card.
I don't
and
look at it until right around the time it's due, and I open. I'm like, oh my god, I spent way too much money this month. With cash, I know immediately, right? I go to the bank, I go to the ATM, I take $100 out. 2 days later, when it's gone, I'm like, what the? Where did I just blew $100? And then I go back and think, what did I just blow all that money on? I since my daughter is not really living at the house anymore, I eat out way too much. I've almost completely ceased cooking. The whole concept of dishes and pots and pans. I got paper plates and plastic silverware now.
Oh my goodness! See, that's the other thing.
Dude, what's that?
See, that's the thing though. I love cooking. I absolutely love cooking.
Say, I used to enjoy it when my daughter was home. I made chili in the winter and stuff, but now it's like you're making chili for one.
That's
what's wrong with that? I don't enjoy cooking just for myself, and you got to admit it's just like great places. Like, I'll be honest with you, if you hunt around, and I think I'm going to be eligible for the senior discount soon. Like Miller's, okay, right up the street, you know where that is? Miller's every Thursday night has a prime rib special for $15.99 with one side. Okay, where are you going to get a prime rib for $15.99 anymore, right? It's nice thick cut too. So I look for all these other specials, around and stuff. There's no endless pizza joints in our area. A few Chinese places that I go to.
I actually had Chinese tonight. Oh, it was so good. I love Chinese food. Gotta say.
Glad you enjoyed it. All right, so cook a bunch of chili.
you need emergency cash for the vet for Cornelius.
Oh, I got to tell everybody a story about that as well. My daughter's going to end up working at a rescue somewhere, part time or as a volunteer or something.
I got a rescue she can help with.
No, because you wait till you hear this story. So Lyle goes, we eat for free in camp. Now that's an upside, but given that it's -40, yeah, they should
Celsius.
For free.
Celsius.
Who cares? Again, when you get that cold, it don't really matter anymore, bro.
Look. There's a difference. In Fahrenheit, you've got about 40 seconds to get somewhere warm. In Celsius, you've got about 25 seconds. That 20 seconds,
you're a dead man, because think of all the snow you got to run through. I'm a dead man as well. Okay. And it'll be a great thought as you're freezing to death in the snow going, thank God it's not Celsius, because I have another 20 seconds to live.
Think about going in and out of your car.
Dude, if it's -40 Celsius or Fahrenheit, I ain't leaving the house, bro. No way. Your car's not going to start anyway.
Anyway, go ahead with your story.
All right.
Like I said, I got a rescue she can help with.
Oh, please. No. So I get a call one night last week. She's all excited.
Hit that thumbs up, everybody.
And Nick says, hit that thumbs up, everybody. So she's all excited. She's like, oh, Dad, we went to a pet store. And I'm like, okay. And she goes, and I rescued rats. I go, what?
Oh, my God.
She goes, I rescued rats. I said, what do you mean you rescued rats? She goes, well, they were feeder rats, and one was being abused, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what? I said, why would you do this? So then she ended up taking the rats, rescued the rats, $15 a piece. She was very proud of that. And she goes, it was only $15.
You could go outside and find that.
No. Those are street rats, bro.
Yeah.
You can't be messing with street rats, right? And I explained that. I grew up in West Philadelphia. So I told my daughter, I said, she goes, so it gets even worse than that. She had to FaceTime me to show me the rat. Then she says, when are you coming over? Marcus.
I don't want to go anywhere where there's rats.
Well, wait, I'm not done. Marcus, I made the Ratatouille joke, by the way. I said, because my daughter's like, oh, aren't they cute? And she tried to call me grandpa. And I'm like, I told my daughter, I said, let me tell you something. I said, where I grew up, because one of the cats was peeking out of the cage. I said, where I grew up, if I see that face peeking from around the corner, Okay. I'm getting my cast iron frying pan and chucking it. Okay. All right. So one of the rats apparently has an eye condition. I don't know from what. So she's like, Dad, he has an eye condition. We got to take him to the vet. Now, understand that in 2022, I don't know if I can write it off my taxes. In 2022, I'm about $3,000 in the hole on vet bills because one of the cats we had rescued a bonded pair of brothers, and then one got a bladder blockage and passed away unexpectedly. My daughter was devastated, so we ended up getting another cat. Right?
That actually happened to my parents' one cat as well. It's like same thing.
It can happen. Yeah, apparently. And he seemed fine. It happened so quick. I took him to the emergency vet that day, and they're telling me, oh, okay, well, if he goes into arrest, you want us to resuscitate? I'm like, what? I'm like, he obviously wasn't acting right, so I brought him in. What are you talking about resuscitating? They go, and of course, you know how this works. I said, well, I guess. They go, okay, well, that's another $150.
Gotcha.
Okay. Right. And I said, well, and I felt kind of bad because my daughter wasn't there. She came later. So I was already in there. And I'm asking, like, what could this total out to be? They go, well, we don't know, sir, but you should probably plan. It could get as high as $3,500, $4,000. I'm like, what? Right. So then I left the cat there. They said, we're going to hydrate him and get him IV drip and all this stuff, and we'll call you. And I come to work, and around noontime they call me, and I'm thinking this can't be good. Cat had just passed away, and I'm like, are you kidding? Right? So there you go, JD. So she goes, yeah, Dad, can we take him to the vet near our house? I'm like, no, we cannot take him to the vet near our house. I said, I ain't paying the vet bill for the rat. You bought the rat. The rat's your problem, right? So I'm trying to help her because there is where we rescued the cat. They do have a vet clinic, if you will. They don't do everything, and they're only open Monday through Friday. And I know that because they're supported by the county, they do a discount. So it's a lot cheaper, right? So I told her to take the rat there. I mean, I don't know. What am I going to do with a rat, right? I mean, come on. You kidding me? So my daughter saved 3 rats. So then when I go over to see, they had to buy a bigger cage, because the cage that came in from the pet store, because these are feeder rats, obviously.
Yeah.
Right? They were going to be some big snake, some boa's dinner, before too long. So the small cage, there are 3 now, mind you. She rescued 3. So she had to buy this big cage. And I'm like, how much does all this cost? She goes, oh, the rats were $15. I said, what about all the bedding, the food? How much does cage cost? Cage was $350. Yeah. What? It's a nice cage, though. It's 2 levels. But
of course it was a nice cage.
$350? Are you kidding me with this? I'm like, I told her flat, I said, I'm not spending any money on this rat. She should have named the rat Rex. Then you would have to pay. My daughter did that. She had a big problem with me.
That's crazy you said that, though. Because I feel like rescues, I'm knock on wood right now, but my parents have rescued every animal, like me growing up, and they have had issues with every single animal that they have ever had, very high vet bills. They were all cats, but all rescues.
I gotta tell you, so we did rescue another cat. It was a little guy. So we're foster fails because I have a friend at the shelter. So what they do is they sign you up as a foster, and then when the time comes, you get all the shots, and then they cover all the shots. Then when the time comes, you're marked down as a foster fail, and you fill out the paperwork and stuff. And you take the pet home. But we used to have dogs. We used to have dogs and cats. Now we're down to 2 cats, and I love dogs. Like my neighbor's dog, they got a little golden retriever. He's not little anymore, but and I love that. And I'm the dog's favorite person. I mean, literally, when I get in my car and they're outside, I open my door, he jumps right in my car. Okay, we're going for a ride, bro. And I love the dog, but I don't know if I would own a dog again. Because when you travel, it becomes a real problem. Cats, if I'm gone for a couple of days, I have gravity feeders. You clean a litter box. You have the gravity feeders, and the cats take care of themselves.
They might not even know you're gone.
Yeah, generally speaking. Yeah, more than 2 days they get a little antsy. But with dogs, you gotta either board them or you gotta have somebody come over, Marcus. You know what, Marcus? I don't actually know. I don't know, but I'm going to text my daughter now. I will have an answer to that question before the end of the show, and that will be the trivia question, and Marcus is going to pay attention. I like that. All right. Hold on.
That's pretty good.
What town did you rescue the rats from? Viewers want to know. I tell her that I talk, my daughter hates this. Like
your viewers want to know? What?
Yeah, well, she knows I do this, but I tell all kinds of stories about our life, and she hates that. She's like, "What do you tell? What do you say?" I said, "Oh, nothing.
I
Not much."
I'd probably say
she
the
goes,
same.
What do you say? I said, "Well, I told him about Cornelius the squirrel." She goes, "What?" I'm like, "Well, I figured we'd get another viewer." I said, "If you really want to know, you got to watch the show." Notice she has not watched the show, not once. But
right. I'll stop telling stories as soon as you tune in.
That's right. See, I think that's a fair deal. All right, you know what? You got it, JD. Let's do a Rex count, buddy. All right, here we go. So we did, of course, as usual, Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 or higher. And as always, as thank you to our viewers, we have it for $5. Then we had Wonder Woman number 750, Adam Hughes variant cover, the World War II variant. Seen it in the wild for around $30, and we have it for $19.41 for the year that Wonder Woman first appeared. And then we had Action Comics number 1000, Midtown exclusive Olivier Coipel variant cover, and seen in the wild for $13, around $14. We have one available for $10, or 1,000 pennies, but I wouldn't suggest that.
She read Marcus's comment.
Marcus, daughter rescued cows and name one Rex. Got it. Okay, here we go. Everybody listening, Marcus, you got your pen? The rats were rescued in a town by the name of Pennsauken, New Jersey. I'll say it one more time. Pennsauken, New Jersey. This will be a trivia question in a future show. TJ, what's going on next? Join us, buddy. Rescue rats. All right, so there we go.
It's a spinoff of Rescue Rangers.
There you go. All right, so then we had Venom number. Sorry. We have Amazing Spider-Man number 800, Comic Exposure exclusive, Gabrielle Delato wraparound cover. I love this cover. Seen it in the wild for $29, $30 around, and we have one available for $19.62. Then we had Venom number 35, Ryan Stegman Virgin variant, and thank you for being on the ball on this one. This was an incentive cover, 1 in 100 ratio, so that you'd have to buy 100 of the regular to get one of these virgins. Seen it floating in the wild for around $100, $99.25. It is a best offer book starting at $35. All right, then we did Detective Comics number 1027, J. Scott Campbell variant, signed in silver by John Romita Jr. Suggested retail $69.99. It is a best offer book, and Preston is in the lead at $27. Ooh, that's it for the
wasn't it the Chipmunks and Mice on Rescue Rangers?
Yes, I think you're right.
Because he's asking, wasn't the girl rat? I'm like, wasn't she a mouse? Am I wrong?
It's weird. I was just in Pensacola over the last summer, but that is not the correct town, my friend.
Don't forget. Yes, Ronald's right. Don't forget to post the registration form link and
JD,
fill it out.
What she said. Hey, JD, when you get a chance, throw that link up for us, buddy. All right, so let's do.
Fill it out. If I don't get a form, you don't get your stuff. I don't care if we have your info already. Tell us what you got.
Don't send those 1,000 pennies, people. I'm just saying. All right, so you know what? We'll let's do what I think it's the last CCA. It is Hulk number 1 and the Mighty Thor number 1, signed with Thor versus Hulk connecting cover. This one's sweet.
Real quick, if you guys have any ideas for newer CCAs that you want to see, because we're trying to find new ideas. Like, even if it's not a character that's in the mainstream right now. Just like what have you always wanted? Anyone need an Iron Man or a Hawkeye or a Black Widow? Like let us know.
Let us know what you're looking for. That's a very good point. Email me, JD, when you get a chance to throw my email up. Email me directly with whatever you're looking for when it comes to cover sketches. All right. Ron, you especially, John Spilios, like John Spilios did it, and we're going to get it done. So yeah, that's a very good point. Thank you. All right, so this one suggested retail of $199.99, and we have the one available for $100. So you're getting both copies. Obviously, they are connecting covers. Hulk versus Thor. All right, all in the family CCA. Yes, the email is available to everyone. And Weird, do me a favor, buddy, because
Black Cat, Universal Monsters, that's a good one. Eagle.
If you don't mind it, Weird, I know, Marcus, I know, bro. That one's going to be $1 million. It's going to be so rare. All right, let's see. All right, let's throw one more book before we got to go to break. This is also a back issue. Oh, wait, who's claiming it? Hold on. Sheldon, gotcha, buddy. All right, get that down. Sheldon's claiming that. All right, you got it, Sheldon. It's a beautiful piece, brother. All right, so what was I going to do? All right, let's throw this last one out there before we got to go to our last and final break. King Spawn #1, cover G by Donny Cates. It's the variant cover, and we have the one available for $10. All right, so we got to go to our... Oh, and Weird, I'm sorry. I saw your suggestions. Do me a favor, email me the suggestions that you wanted. All right, and if you got a bigger list, go ahead and just email me the entire list. All right, because sometimes when I write it down, I don't always go back to the notes. Thank you, Edward. All right, so we got to go to our last and final break for the night. We will be back in a couple minutes and get through the rest of the books and talk about, I don't know, saving rats, squirrels, possums. Oh my Lord. Girl's killing me. All right, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.
Comic Collectables is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rockin' Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Haeser and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectables with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience. Comic Culture and Sales.
You know how when you go to Comic-Con, after Comic-Con, you go to the hotel bar, and there's a whole bunch of people playing music and dancing, and you've got Pikachu and Lara Croft Tomb Raider doing the cha-cha slide just down from Deadpool and Batman and Wonder Woman? That's every Saturday night over on the Experience Twitch channel. Join Taji Beats for the EXP Dance Party, exclusively on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_EXP.
Did you know that across America there are over 2, maybe even 3 live stream producers who can't even afford Mountain Dew? Take Brian here. Brian has gone 2 weeks without a sip of Red Bull. If it goes on much longer, he may take a shower and get a real job. Situations like this are as tragic as they are preventable. Join the experience on YouTube and gain access to special emojis and members-only streams. For less than a cup of coffee, you can keep socially awkward hermit people working from their parents' basements where they belong. Scan the QR code on the screen to join. You'll be glad you did.
There we go. Can you hear me, Alec?
I can hear you.
Okay. I wasn't sure. All right, that was weird. All right. So Lyle, yeah. So that is a best offer, and it's currently at 27. Remember, guys, email me. Otherwise, one of me or Amy will have to go back through the entire chat to get suggestions. So yeah, so it would be easier if you guys email me, though. Thank you, JD. All right, so yeah, so in this last year, my daughter has rescued Cornelius the squirrel. It was the possum. You know what? Next show, I'll remember to forward the pictures to the producers so you guys can see it. There was a possum on the side of the road. Then we've got obviously the cats that we've rescued at my house. And then now we have the 3 rats. It's like, God, it's like Noah's Ark. Are you kidding me with this?
That's a lot of rescues.
Marcus, I will get a picture of the rat. Hold on, Marcus. Let me see if she's going to send me one. Do you have pic of rat? All right. All right. I do know that she has to. Oh, all right. Actually, she probably won't respond. She's working right now. And she's working with a softball team for catching instructions. So she may not answer. So we'll see.
That's
if
cool.
not, I'll definitely get a picture of this stuff and send it to the producers. Just a rat. Acetate and extra staples. Oh man, that one's never gonna go away, bro. All right.
I haven't really heard of that company anymore either since then.
Yeah, you think?
Even Clayton Crane, he doesn't really haven't really seen him pop up either.
Lyle, the $27 offer is from Preston, as a matter of fact. All right, so should we go? Let's see. All right, let's do a couple more books. We have Batman Hidden Treasures, signed by Ron Mars. Number 53 of only 150 signed. Suggested retail of $29.99, and we're going to do it we have one available for $19.39, obviously, for the year Batman started. All right, so Marcus says Crane has done shows. I wonder how many people walk up to his table and ask him, so what was going on with the guy's wife, man?
Man, I can't imagine just like doing all of that and just showing your face right after and be like, hey, what's going on? Like, no, somebody's gonna say something to you.
Yeah, that was probably could have been better handled, don't you think? Yeah, that's crazy. Like that really is crazy. All right, so then we have True Believers, Red Hulk #1, signed in gold by Jeff Loeb. All right, this Jeff Loeb is a very almost impossible signature to get. It is an impossible signature to get. It's number 17 of 35, suggested retail of $89.99, and is one of our 5-star $50 books. So JD brought up a good point. It's not really con season, so
that too. But I mean, even when it was, I feel like after that incident, I didn't really hear him showing up to the other ones.
Yeah, I guess you kind of have your tail between your legs at that point. I mean, there's no way around that, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was something, dude. When it kept happening, the acetate was bad enough. All right. And then we read this, like, dude,
I know.
Is this a soap opera? What's going on? Crazy.
That was a lot, just in general for the community for a little while. So between that and all of like the exclusives that were coming out, it was a lot.
It was a 1-2 punch, I think. That was the problem.
Yeah. I mean, there was at one point there was just so much going on in the comic book community. I feel like there were so many people that were just divided at the cons because they were tired of seeing like the exclusives getting pumped out. They were tired of people pumping up books that they knew just, I don't want to call them garbage, but they weren't really anything special.
Right.
And I'm seeing some other YouTubers and like people who make content, they're making stuff too, saying like, with these books, like these numbers are so artificial. Like, there's no proof behind any of it. They could say it's limited to whatever all they want, but it could be a lie.
Right. No, I agree with you.
It's tough.
All right. So let's get through this page and then we'll do a couple of Dynamite books. So we have Star Wars Princess Leia Young variant signed by Scottie Young in gold. Also an impossible signature to get. It's just a retail of $89.99. And we have the one available for $77.19 for 1977. I really like Scottie Young's work.
I do too.
Yeah, it's weird. I would agree with that, man. Let's hope 2023 is a calmer year. No more deaths. That would be kind of nice too. All right. So then next up we have Daredevil number 8, signed by Mark Waid. And it is number 3 of only 20 signed. And we have this one available for $19.64.
Nice. And I agree with Thomas. I think exclusives are quite overrated. I mean, it depends on obviously what it is. Like, if you like a certain artist or a certain cover. But that's the thing. A few years ago, an exclusive was an exclusive. You went to a con and they had a few exclusives and they were very just like, wow, like this is really cool. I can only get it here. But with, Whatnot coming around, all of their exclusive covers coming out for every single con for multiple different books, and just the availability of them, people recognize that, you don't have to go to a con anymore. You can just go onto Whatnot and get these books. And it just became like a massive oversaturation. They lost the exclusivity of it and it just became watered down. And for a little while there, it's all that people wanted. But I think people start coming to the realization that you're spending all of this money on something that is artificially created. It's not really scarce, and there's really not the value to these books is what you want to spend on it personally. If someone tells you it's worth $200, $300, $400, I mean, where's this number coming from? Because it's super limited. Like, why is it limited? Because nobody else wanted it. It's one of those things.
Well, I think that the whole acetate thing went over the top.
Oh.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
the acetate thing was, that was the nail in the coffin.
And brought all of it kind of to the forefront.
It's a tough like spot in the community because you have sellers and people get mad at sellers for literally selling books. But it's like, what are they going to do? Are they going to downplay what they do just so they can fit the needs of the community better? They're a store. They're a seller. They have to hype something up. But it comes down to you as a buyer. You need to realize and understand what that person is doing. It's like a car salesman. They're not your friend. They're there to sell you a car. They're going to sell you all the bells and whistles. So it's, that's what they're doing in a sense. I don't want to call like comic book sellers used car salesmen, but there's some out there that are going to go above and beyond to sell you.
Yeah, well, in any industry where you're selling something, there is always going to be an unscrupulous kind of group or people that are going to do anything to make that sale. I mean, that's just part of human nature, I guess. So,
and that's the thing, is a lot of people were really, getting upset with Whatnot for putting out all these exclusives and saying this is limited, it's this. How can you be mad at them as a business for playing into exactly what people are asking for? Oh, you want another cover? You want another exclusive? Well, guess what? We got 5 more and they're all just as limited. They basically did exactly what people wanted, but then they realized,
Yeah, but I think that they're kind of reaching a critical mass here where they're going to have to do some things and make some decisions. I think they're kind of reaching that point because really they're a higher tech eBay if you think about it, right?
I can agree with that. I think when they came.
Did you say can or can't? I missed that.
No, I can absolutely agree with that. I don't think as much anymore. I think I don't know. I deleted Whatnot a little whiles ago, but I really didn't like the direction that they were going. I didn't like how they went away from. All right, I'm trying to put this into words. I think what made me lose faith in them a little bit was because they went from being, like you said, eBay. They're a higher up version of eBay. They're a selling marketplace platform, but they went to turning into a business side of things where they're also selling exclusives. They're also producing comic books. So they're coming up on that fine line of, well, they're the seller and they created it, and they're telling you that it's super exclusive and super scarce. But, what is I don't know, what's the line there? Because if they were just sellers on the app telling you these things about this, then that's a different story. But they're not neutral anymore. Now they're playing into it. They're their own seller. So I don't know. I lost a lot of trust with them.
I think the problem with that model that they're going to face soon.
Yes, conflict of interest.
Right. But I think, I think the problem is that they're going to run into is that, and I think eBay has done a nice job through the years to kind of avoid that. After a certain point, when you're structured that you depend on the independent sellers to populate your app, right? They're the driving force of how you got here in the first place. But now you're putting out competing product. So at what point are you competing with those independent sellers, which are also the backbone of your business? And that's where it's going to get real messy. And maybe they have a plan. Maybe they're not thinking about it yet. I don't know. Obviously I'm not privy to that. So I think that's kind of a dangerous place that they're in right now. And I think we're going to see. We're going to find out real soon.
To me, I think they went all in with the wrong thing. Like they didn't peak. They were getting very high in popularity. They're getting all these like massive YouTubers, like they're like the video game sellers, the shoes, like the sneakerheads. They had very big people. Post Malone was even on there. They had people that were like highly promoting Whatnot. But at the same time, you're losing just, not the small seller, but you're making it as if you don't really want the small seller anymore. You want these big names. You want these big names promoting your own product. So they're not neutral anymore. And I know a lot of people who have like been turned off completely. And it's just, CJ, they wanted everything at once. They had something so good about a year. Man, I'm losing track of time now. It's about 2 years now. When they first started really popping up, they were it. I supported them. I backed them up. I told everybody, I said, you should check Whatnot out. It's a great place to do this stuff. And you just saw the change. You saw the different direction that they were going. And I changed my tune, and I told people, I said, I don't support them anymore. My comic shop, they don't support them anymore either. They don't like the app. They don't like where they went. They don't like dealing with them. But that's just 2 experiences.
I think it'll be interesting to see what happens, how this
is
really unfolding. All right, so let's get to the last few books, talk about New Comic Book Day, and then do a Rex cap. All right, so this one is King in Black 2-pack. So it includes King in Black #1 signed by Donnie Cates in silver, and then King in Black #1 signed with cover sketch in silver by Ken Haeser. Suggested retail is $159.98, and we have the 2 books together for $69.99. So you're going to get a cover sketch, and a signed book, both in silver. All right, so then next up, let's do our Dynamite books. This one I actually put on because I thought John was going to be here, so I didn't find out until late that John was not going to be here. John's going to hate this. Green Hornet, One Night in Bangkok, one-shot FOC Virgin cover by Matt Wagner, 1-in-7 ratio. How do you like it, John? Oh, you're not here. Oh, sorry.
Wait, that one did end up coming out today?
Yes, sir.
My shop didn't have that one.
No kidding. I told you should always just let me know, man. If you end up reviewing it in one of your shorts. All right. Well, so it's just retail of 50, and we have the one available for 40. Hope you enjoy it, John. Actually, he was reading it on Monday. All right. So then we have Siren's Gate number 3, FOC incentive cover by Shannon Mayer, 1-in-10 ratio, suggested retail of 50, and we have this one for 15. All right. So then we have Lord of the Jungle number 3, FOC incentive virgin cover by Benito Gallego, 1-in-7 ratio. We have $50. Suggested retail is 50, and we have the one available for 10. All right. Then we did Batman number 118 Bogdanovich variant cover, suggested CGC guarantee 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99. It is a 5-star at $50 book. And then finally, we have Spawn number 311 McFarlane sketch cover, Chadwick Boseman tribute, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99. We have it as one of our 5-star $50 books. All right, and that's
a cool cover.
Oh, and to remind everybody, we do have Darkwing Duck, all 11 books, all 11 covers, the entire set for $44. All right, so if anybody's interested in getting the complete Darkwing Duck set, so tell me, what did you see this week that you liked?
Well, super quick, because a couple of the comments. The first one from CJ gave it about a week. Too much BS. Well, the thing was they when they started getting more into like sponsorships, they kind of went after the group that was on Instagram that they get into a lot of like drama. And it's kind of a shame that a lot of the drama got brought over to Whatnot, but I try to stay out of that stuff. Like I tell you, Rex, I'm behind the times. I kind of do my own thing.
Megan, good movie. Yeah. Go watch it.
I'll see what I can do.
It's streaming.
But I definitely try to stay away from it. But with Gem Mint, I know he's like sponsored by Whatnot still, or partner, he's something like that. But there's been like Bueller, he put out a video recently about his partnership ended with Whatnot, and he made a whole video about it. It's about an hour long. It was a very good video. He talked about all the details, everything that went down, how it went down, and it's my experiences with them are pretty on par with what he had. So I believe that everything he said is very true. He has no reason to lie about those things either. But you're right. A lot of people aren't talking like they used to, but everybody's got their own experiences with it. New comic book day, though. It's a pretty solid week. Not going to lie. Not as good as a couple of weeks ago, but like Amy said, and quite a few other people have said, Darkwing Duck was a good issue. What's her name? Amanda Drybert. Was that it? I think. Diebert. I think like her writing, it really catered to the fans. I mean, I was talking about, I haven't seen the show since the 90s, but I mean, I used to watch it, and reading the book, I was like, man, it's very nostalgic. But this is a very crazy week. IDW, usually don't get IDW books in. Couldn't believe Last Ronin came in. That like after the debacle of the last series, where it took like a year and a half for 5 issues, I honestly assumed this was going to get delayed. I was talking about this one earlier, Rick and Morty. I had to get it. It's a brand new ongoing. But the thing is seriously, if you are a Rick and Morty fan, this is the first Rick and Morty issue I have ever read. And I heard all of the characters' voices as I was reading it. And it was very fun. It was literally like reading an episode. It was very cool.
That voice is going to change.
There's people out there. I know it. There's people out there that can mimic it, and I think they'll be fine. Maybe it won't be as funny, but I still think they'll be good. And now these couple right here, these ones I gotta talk about. Infernal Girl Red. This is the only thing that I have read in I think the Massive Verse, I think they call it, outside of the Radiant series. My goodness. I feel like after reading this one, I've been missing out on all the other ones. Like there's quite a few different ones. They have them all in the back. And I was like, wow, they're all connected. I had no idea. Now I got to go back to that one. Another one from IDW. I don't read a lot of IDW, but Dead Seas is so good. It's a ghost story. They're on a ship. The ghosts are like loose. I don't know, a bunch of stuff, but there's a lot going on. This final one, this is the one that I actually really want to talk about compared to the other ones. All right. Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. This, Jason Aaron written, like the way he's writing this is so good. It's crazy because it's an apocalyptic love story. But man, the character development, and you just see the two main characters like building their relationship with each other. It's so well done. The artwork's really cool too. And there's just a lot of stuff going on. But definitely check this one out if you haven't already done so. Very, very good read.
Thomas Bishop. Rex, just read some bad news. Titans and Doom Patrol are done as of this year. Oh, Lyle says he bought all of it. Cool.
Nice. That's
Very
good stuff.
cool.
They're all good books. I hope you enjoy it. The other thing, so the what was it? The Inferno Girl Red. It does have a $5.99 price tag. It's oversized issue. I think it's more of a cardstock type of cover as well. But it was worth the money. Thought it was really good. That's the crazy thing is with it though, is there's not a lot of action in it. And I'd hate to say it that it's a little bit more on the boring side, but they do a really good job just developing the characters and developing the story. Like they really set a lot of stuff up. Right. And when I was done with it, I was like, man, like nothing happened, but it was great. It was so good. And now I'm ready for the next one. So take that for what it is. If you're looking for action, there we go, Lyle. Man, you're up in the cold, but you got good taste other than that. I couldn't be up there. But I'm sure you're up there for the money. So
that's not frozen on Lyle. It's taste. All right. You know what? All right. So best offers are almost over. And you know what? Let's do a quick Rex cap before we get to the end. So here we go. Wonder Woman number 750, Adam Hughes, World War II variant cover. We have one available for $19.41. Then we have Action Comics number 1000, Midtown exclusive, Olivier Coipel variant cover.
Awesome.
And we have the one available for $10. Amazing Spider-Man number 800, Comic Exposure exclusive, Gabrielle Delato wraparound cover. And we have the one available for $19.62. And then we had Venom number 35, Ryan Stegman, Virgin variant, 1:100 ratio. Seen it out in the wild for about $100. It is a best offer starting at 35. So if somebody hops in real quick, they'll probably walk away with it at 35. Then we had King Spawn number 1, cover G by Donny Cates. It's the Donny Cates variant. And we have the one available for $10. You got it, Stevie B. All right. So then we had Batman Hidden Treasures number 1, signed by Ron Mars. And we have the one available for $19.39. Then we had True Believers, Hulk, Red Hulk number 1, signed in gold by Jeff Loeb. And we have the one available. It's one of our 5-star $50 books. Then we have Star Wars Princess Leia Young variant, signed by Scottie Young in gold. And we have the one available for $77.19. Then we had Daredevil number 8, signed by Mark Waid. and is number 3 of only 20 signed. And we have this one available for $19.64. Then we had the King in Black 2-pack. Includes Donny Cates, includes King in Black number 1 signed by Donny Cates in silver, and then King in Black number 1 signed with cover sketch in silver by Ken Haeser. It's just a retail of $159.98. We have the complete set for $69.99. Then we had the Green Hornet One Night in Bangkok one-shot FOC Virgin cover by Matt Wagner, 1-in-7 ratio. Just at retail of $50, and we have the one available for $40. Then we had Siren's Gate number 3 FOC incentive Virgin cover by Shannon Mayer, 1-in-10 ratio. It's just a retail of $50, and we have the one available for $15. Then we had Lord of the Jungle number 3 FOC incentive Virgin cover by Benito Gallego, 1-in-7 ratio. It's just a retail of $50, and we have the one available for $10. Then we had Batman number 118 Bogdanovich variant cover, CGC graded guaranteed 9.8. It's just a retail of $89.99. We have the one available for $50. Then we had Spawn number 311 McFarlane sketch cover Chadwick Boseman tribute, CGC graded 9.8. And we have that one available, 5-star at $50. Then finally, we had Darkwing Duck, all 11 books. Darkwing Duck number 1, the complete set of 11 books, all the variant covers for $44. Okay, for the complete set. And I want to remind anybody that may be watching this on after it's been recorded on the site. You'll see my email in the chats. Feel free, if there's anything that you want that hasn't sold, feel free to email and ask. All right, so what do we got going on next, JD? Let's see. Pop Goes the Writers, and then Wednesday Warriors, and then Kicking It with Henri at 10. And then don't forget, Nick will be on Friday night with Mog Park as a special guest.
And Mog is on tomorrow night at 10.
And Mog is on tomorrow night at 10 for their new show. And then, of course, Robbie and I will be on his channel, Pop Culture Philosophers, at noon Eastern Time on Friday as well.
And Nick will have Crisis number 8 color guides for sale.
That's right.
And a Ron Garney Captain America page for sale. Marcus, you got to tune in. You know what? How much should I charge for a Captain America Ron Garney page? I haven't seen any for sale in years. How much should I charge, Marcus? Let's see what he says. Is he still there?
I promise you the answer will be 1 pair of red pants.
See, now you're leading the witness.
Any good attorney should do that.
Right?
$50,000.
Is that what he said?
It's right there.
Yep.
Wow. All right, Marcus. I'm going to tell Alberto you said $50,000. Wait till you see the price I have it at on Friday, Marcus. Wait till you see. Even you won't believe it. How much is that? Is that like $500? That's like $500, right?
Like, I wouldn't lift the bag if you don't want to hurt me.
I'm not going to charge just $500 for Ron Garney, Marcus.
So, all right, $350. All right. So thank you, everybody. As always, we appreciate you. Thank you to Alec for joining me again this Wednesday. Thank you to JD for pushing all the buttons in the back. And we'll see you guys Monday of next week. And I will hopefully Ken Haeser will be here next Wednesday, I want to say, and join us and do a little sketch and all that good stuff. All right. So be well, stay safe. Lyle, stay warm. And we'll see you guys soon.
See you guys.
Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.